Yes,
Where about you? I can't make a mind. 40. Really?
all right.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I move that we amend the order paper government motion. Government motion. Honorable Matthew now becomes item Roman figure 2. That's 4. Government motion. Report on the tribunal now becomes Roman figure 2. And the motion on the Committee on Appointment and Public Service now becomes Roman figure 1. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Motion moved by the Deputy Leader of Government Business has been carried. Laying of papers. The Minister of Information and Civic Education.
Mr. Speaker, Honorable members, with your leave, I beg to lay on the table of this Honorable House the following paper. The Right to Access Information Annual Report 2023.
To the Minister of Works and Public Assets.
Minister and guiding. Where is the minister? Director, guide the minister to lay the paper.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members of Parliament, with your leave, I beg to lay on the table of this honorable House the following paper: concession agreement for the reconstruction of the Mabang Moyamba Bamba Road project, 86 kilometers, between the government of Sierra Leone, represented by the Ministry of Works and Public Assets, and Société Internationale d'Equipment Air de Travail, CITRA, date December 2024.
Government motion. Motion of the Committee on Appointment and the Public Service. Honorable Matthew Sanuma.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, there will be corrections. I will read from the desktop and I will read from the hard copy. So if you see me reading from the hard copy, please take note of the corrections. I've already told Mr. Speaker about it. So colleagues on the other side say, we are sorry because of the timing. We want to go for break. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the second session of the 6th Parliament of the Second Republic of Sierra Leone, 5th report of the Committee on Appointment and Public Service on Parliamentary Vettings of Presidential Nominations, December 2024. Introduction. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the Committee on Appointment and Public Service that is charged with the responsibility of vetting presidential nominees to serve in such important offices of state met on Thursday, 19th December 2024 and interviewed 7 nominees for the following appointments. 1. Chief Justice. 2. 1 resident minister. 3. 1 ambassador to Dublin. 4. 1 chairman, Public Transport Authority. And 5. 3 board members, 1 for the Bank of Sierra Leone and 2 for the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration, respectively. Procedures. The committee conducted its hearing within the usual framework of procedures and interviewed the nominees on issues pertaining to their backgrounds to ensure that they have the required education and proven track records in pertinent work situations for such important offices of state. Further probing questions put to the nominees covered wide-ranging issues relating to declared asset, tax obligations, and their vision for productive tenure. Issues of unsuitability or otherwise were closely looked into by the committee. 6th sitting of the committee on Monday, 9th December 2024. 19th, colleagues. 19th December 2024. In tandem with the above therefore, the committee interviewed the following presidential nominees on oath. 1. Honorable Justice Komba Kamanda, proposed Chief Justice. Honorable Justice Komba Kamanda is a household name relating to justice in Sierra Leone. He has an enviable legal academic background with wealth of experience as far as judicial practice is concerned and has won so many accolades to his credit. Honorable Justice Komba Kamanda has been through the ranks in the legal arena. Thus, 1 magistrate in 2005, senior magistrate in 2008, acting principal magistrate in 2011, coroner in 2012, member of Intersectorial Committee on Justice Delivery in 2013, member of the Bail and Sentencing Committee in 2015, and High Court judge in 2016. Prior to this appointment, he was a justice of the Appeal Court of Sierra Leone in accordance with Section 135, subsection 3 of the 1991 Constitution, Act No. 6. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the Chief Justice is the head of the judiciary and must act as a link between the judiciary and other arms of government. The committee adjudged the proven legal track records and general human relations of Honorable Justice Komba Kamanda quite suited for the assignment and hence further reaffirms the committee's recommendations in the 5th Parliament for his approval. Responding to the committee on his vision for the judiciary, he said, quoting him, the 1991 Constitution guarantees equal rights and equal justice. Take note, equal justice for every citizen of Sierra Leone, irrespective, take note, irrespective of religion, tribe, or politics, party affiliations. As Chief Justice, I am aware of the sacred responsibilities of this office, and I shall uphold the rule of laws and justice without fear or favor, and do pledge myself. Thank you. Without fear of favor, and do pledge myself, he concluded that his vision for the judiciary is to expedite the revitalization of the court system, to address delays in adjudication of cases, and to facilitate access to justice across the country. Honorable Justice Desmond Babatunde Edwards, proposed ambassador, extraordinary and plenipotentiary, Dublin, Ireland. Thank you. Take your seat. Honorable Justice Komba Kamanda, Honorable Justice Babatunde Edwards is a renowned legal luminary, both home and at large. Honorable Justice Desmond Babatunde Edwards is a renowned legal luminary, both home and at large. His resounding growth through the ranks from 1990, when he was called to the bar, reveals an unwavering character of progress and resilience, as we are noted. 2011 to 2014, High Court Judge in charge of civil and criminal matters. 2014 to 2015, resident High Court Judge, Southern Province and Chairman of the Local Courts Commission. 2015 to 2016, Justice Court of Appeal, Sierra Leone, Fast Track Commercial Court. 2016, appointed Judge of the Residual Special Court for Sierra Leone to carry out the continuing legal obligations of the United Nations Court for Sierra Leone. In 2018 to 2024, prior to this appointment, he served as Chief Justice and Chairman of the Council of Legal Education of the Sierra Leone Law School. The nominee holds a master's degree, LLM in International Dispute Resolutions from the University of London. In 2015, another master's in Business Administration. On his departure to the world of diplomacy, he said, quoting him, as the first ever ambassador to Ireland, he will endeavor to step his feet on the sands of time and assures that he will explore every opportunity to harness the potential of Ireland, ranging from education to economic opportunities through tourism and others. He concluded on his resounding note, the mission at Dublin is new, and so I will use the experience of my legal profession to credibly represent my country as a beacon of hope. End of quote. Ambassador Rupert Sidney Down Davis, proposed member, Board of Directors, Bank of Sierra Leone. Thank you. Ambassador Davis is a career civil servant and diplomat with wealth of experience in international relations, regional integration, and economic diplomacy. Ambassador Davis served with diligence as the State Chief of Protocol to His Excellency President Albert Chijankaba late, Ambassador and Deputy Permanent Representative of the Permanent Mission of the Republic of Sierra Leone to the United Nations in charge of political affairs 2007 to 2011, and recently Sierra Leone High Commissioner to Nigeria. A seasoned diplomat, he said he was going to the board to share his long-standing experience in international diplomacy, to work with colleagues in helping the central banks perform its statutory role of favorable economic growth. Mr. Ibrahim Jallo, proposed Resident Minister, Northern Region. Mr. Ibrahim Jallo hails from the Sanda Tandaren Chiefdom in the Karinet district. He has a rich profile of work experience in the private sector with discipline and quest for timely quality results. He holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science and Public Administration from the Fabric College 1990 to 1994. As a focal point at the Northern Region, Mr. Jallo promised to bring to the fore inclusivity and equality in addressing national agenda at all levels. Mr. Abdullah Kuruma, Chairman Proposed Chairman, Surrounding Public Transport Authority. Thank you. Thank you.
Honorable members, what is that?
Mr.
Hold on, leader. Please, honorable members, please. We are directly in the face of the gallery. Please proceed.
Thank you.
The nominee knows that this way we welcome people in the north.
It's all right. Proceed.
It's a matter that he knows very much well that this is one of the ways to welcome our guests. So, by booing at them, booing is part of what.
Mr. Abu Kuruma is a household name in Sierra Leone, known for his pragmatism and discipline. His loyalty to serve the people is always at the fore and do make selfless sacrifices to achieve this. Prior to this appointment, he served as the resident minister of Northern Province, 2018 to 2023. The nominee promised to revamp the public transport authority, especially at the time when there are now demands on government to expand accessibility to public transportation. Mr. Eugene Cole, proposed member, Board of Directors, Sierra Leone Maritime Administration. Mr. Eugene Cole is a financial management, procurement, and logistics professional with a 20-year span experience in private sectors. He holds several certificates to his credit and worked in a renowned institutions, including Iris Travel Agency, Datatel Connections Sierra Leone 2000 to 2006, Africell 2006 to 2010, and host of others. He promised to bring his experience for value for money and quality delivery to the board, and promised to work closely with colleagues and administrations to accomplish the statutory interests of the Maritime Administration. Madam Aminata Dabo, proposed member, Board of Directors, Sierra Leone Maritime Administration. Thank you. Madam Aminata Dabo is a grassroots politician with notable experience in the Road Transport Corporation Board, where she served as a member on this appointment. She has a spirit of teamwork and is always ready to learn while providing her own advice. At the Maritime Board, she said she will be going to the Maritime Board with an open hand to embrace positive changes that will boost the image of the government. Recommendations. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the committee adjudged the following presidential nominees to be adequately qualified for their proposed appointment and are therefore recommended to the House for approval. 1. Honorable Justice Komba Kamanda, proposed Chief Justice. 2. Honorable Justice Desmond Babatunde Edwards, proposed Ambassador, Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary, Dublin, Ireland. Ambassador Rupert David Sidney Down Davis, proposed member, Board of Directors, Bank of Sierra Leone. Mr. Ibrahim Jallo, proposed Resident Minister, Northern Region. Mr. Abu Abdullah Kuruma, proposed Chairman, Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority. Mr. Eugene Cole, proposed member, Board of Directors, Sierra Leone Maritime Administration. Last but not the least, Madam Aminata Dabo, proposed member, Board of Directors, Sierra Leone Maritime Administration. Conclusion. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the fifth report reflects the unanimous view of the committee. I therefore move that the fifth report of the second session of the Committee on Appointment and Public Service be adopted by the House and that the recommendations contained therein be approved. Faithfully submitted to this honorable House Chairman, Honorable Matthew Sanuma, GP. Thank you.
Any seconder?
I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, the question is that the fifth report of the second session of the 6th Parliament of the Committee on Appointments and the Public Service be adopted by the House and that the recommendations contained therein be approved. Honorable members, I know as a matter of fact that every one of you will want to say something. But please, since we have a very long day today, I will allow the seconder and one from either side. Just one from my right, one from my left. And we proceed. Yes, seconder.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I want to begin by thanking His Excellency, the President, for presenting these nominees to us for approval. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I will begin with the Chief Justice designates. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, yesterday at the interview, I was very clear. I said this is the first Chief Justice that we have that has gone through the ranks in the judiciary. He started as a magistrate to the rank of High Appeals Court Judge and today Chief Justice of the Republic. No, he started to the position of Appeals Court Judge and today he is the Chief Justice. Mr. Kamanda, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Mr. Kamanda is the youngest to be appointed to that position. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, one thing that is clear that His Excellency have done is to continue reposing confidence on the young people of this country. Today, we have the youngest Attorney General and Minister of Justice, and we are also approving the youngest CJ of the Republic of Sierra Leone. The two of you have been given the responsibility to deliver and sanitize the judiciary system. Long before now, you know the challenges. When you served as magistrates, you wanted to change the judiciary and make it right. You did not get the opportunity. You went as a High Court judge, you wanted to change it. You did not get the opportunity. You also served as Appeals Court judge. You wanted to make it right. You didn't get the opportunity. Today, you are at the helm. You have all of the opportunity to make it right. If you do not make it right, you'll be failing yourself, you'll be failing the young people of this republic, and you'll be failing His Excellency, the President. Please make it right. You've been there. You saw it all. You saw the excesses. You saw the challenges. You are at the helm to make it extremely very right for all Sierra Leoneans to have confidence in the judiciary and to go back and seek redress. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I will zero in on Abu Abdullah Kuruban. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, when Abu was called, we saw what happened from the other side. He was welcome, and the honorable from 91 said that's the way they welcome one of their kind. Mr. Speaker, one thing I know for sure, when the Honorable Chief Justice now designate came to this house some few years ago, that was how he was welcome. Today, Abu is here. That means, Mr. Abu, you have huge potential. Whenever the opposition welcomes you that way, it shows you are a very strong character. You have served, you are one of them. This is how the opposition welcomes a very strong character. I know you are one of them. You have worked with them in opposition. You did not fear them when we were in opposition. You challenged them. You are a resident minister. You also challenged them and delivered. Thank you very much. His Excellency, you are the longest serving resident minister in the north. You are the longest serving resident minister in the north. Abu is a household name in Sierra Leone. If the SLPP is in governance today, Abu played an extremely pivotal role. He was our resident, he was our regional chairman at a point when the northern region was not attractive for the SLPP. He is one of the persons who laid his life for His Excellency to be where he is today. Mr. Abu, the SLPP is proud of you. We are extremely proud of you. So we want to wish you well, we want to congratulate you. Please continue the good work you've been doing, not just at this appointment, continue delivering the north for the SLPP. We have no doubt in you. We are very confident you deliver, and His Excellency is very pleased with you. That is why he has given you a responsibility. We believe His Excellency will continue, and the SLPP will continue empowering Mr. Abu and all members who supported him. Mr. Speaker, I hand over to the new resident minister. The new resident minister that is going to succeed Mr. Abu. You should follow the footsteps of Mr. Abu. You definitely know, we all know the goodies Mr. Abu did. Don't mind them. Don't mind them. Please, Mr. Abu was a very strong man in the north. It is only strong men that can handle those guys. We don't want weak people. Please be very, very strong. Please be strong. Continue the footsteps. Make sure you deliver and bring sanity to the northern region. Make sure you bring sanity and development to the northern region. What?
Mr. Speaker. Yes. The honorable member is a leader. You cannot refer to us as guys. That is below the law. That is far below the law.
Honorable members, please withdraw. Yano, please. I'm referring to people in the north. But this is parliament. If you feel offended with what I've said, I withdraw. Please make sure you follow the footsteps of Honorable Abu. Please. Because Abu has gone through difficult moments. Extremely difficult moments. There is a period in this country when citizens were thrown at his house. Just for him belonging to the SNPP. So, Mr. President Minister, you are wished well. Ambassador, you are wished well. Of course, Mr. Speaker, other members, I will not round up if I don't mention the women's leader for constituency 81. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Honorable Haja Dabo is a very strong personality. He is one of the pillars of the greatest LPP in Bo District. She's a grassroots politician. Of course, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, when we were in opposition, she was one of the strong persons that will encourage us to keep the spirit and the faith in the SLPP. There was a period, difficult period, when some members of the SLPP wanted to give up. She was extremely pivotal in reviving our strength, our faith in the SLPP. She was all around. She was in Bo. She can come to Freetown. Wherever there are conferences, she will go. And Mr. Speaker, honorable members, this is a woman who can work day and night to see the SLPP in governance. Even when the SLPP won, we did not give her anything. She did not relent. She continued supporting and encouraging even SLPP members who have not been given jobs. Today, a few years down the line, His Excellency considered her to be a board member at SLRA. Today again, His Excellency has bestowed his confidence to also reappoint you as board member of SLM in the Maritime. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the only thing I will tell you, Madam Haja, Maritime has been extremely challenged. It's a public secret. Of late we are getting it right. They are now quiet. We hope you work with other members of the board to sanitize that institution. We know you are a mother. Please play the motherly role and make sure the entire team, the board and management work as a family. Mr. Eugene Cole, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, coincidentally, Mr. Eugene Cole was our aspirant in the Western program for the chairmanship. He tried his best. But Mr. Speaker, honorable members, God did not allow him to be. But today, His Excellency has considered him to also go to the board of SLMA. Please, as a young man, you'll be working with the elders in that board. Please work as a family. Make sure you deliver. The former CG that is going as an ambassador, you have huge experience, wealth of experience. You have served through the judiciary to the highest level. Please use your experience and bring the good days for Sierra Leone. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I want to thank everybody here, and I hope this parliament will speedily ratify this candidate. Thank you very much.
Yes, Honorable Daniel Kroma. Honorable Daniel Kroma, proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, as has been earlier noted, that today is a long day for us. I'm not even expecting that we leave here before 10 p.m. My instinct tells me that if you are to leave before 10 p.m., then we'll be ready to come tomorrow Saturday, which is not on Parliament, or Monday, as Speaker may rule. So on that note, I will make my intervention very short. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, indeed I was present when we interviewed these nominees before us now for approval, and I listened to most of their presentations, even though I was asked to leave earlier, but at the same time Mr. Speaker was sitting here. So, but I can safely say that the decision was unanimous at committee level. It was unanimous. And that unanimous proposal is now before us for approval or disapproval. Mr. Speaker, honorable member, I start with the Honorable Justice Komba Kamanda, proposed Chief Justice of the Republic of Sierra Leone. I was so much impressed yesterday during the deliberations, during the interview. One of the committee members asked a simple question. Say, are you Justice Komba Kamanda? He said, yes, I am. So that was what I wanted to do. Justice Komba Kamanda is now before us. A household name and a Sierra Leonean, of course. And a very senior member of the judiciary, who is now a potential to catch up as the first gentleman of our judicial system. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, as we carry on with this approval proceedings, I would like to inform our proposed Chief Justice of some of the issues that are bothering us as Sierra Leoneans in respect of the activities of the judiciary. In the first place, this one is completely out of hands. Completely out of hands. That is the local court system. The local court system is completely out of hands. They are all on their own, together with their barman chiefs or local authorities. They are all on their own. And as a member of the 4th Parliament, when the Local Court Act was enacted, I must confess here that it was a long-drawn battle. A long-drawn battle for the local courts to be shifted from local government to judiciary. It was not easy. It was strongly resisted by the local authorities, including the local government. It was strongly resisted. But based on our resolve at that time, we believe that justice system cannot be limited to only the superior courts. In fact, the inferior courts happen to interface with more Sierra-Leoneans, more litigants than the superior courts, by far. And they need to be supervised. They need to be trained. In fact, before 2011, one of the issues that we debated on, and it was a long-run battle, is for the local court chairman, qualification of the local court chairman. Some said the local court chairman must be able to read and write. And others said, no, it's not necessary. All that is necessary is for you to be versed in the the traditions and customs of the people. Of course, I was a fan of the former. That as a local court chairman, you must be able to read and write. This is the 21st century. A local court chairman cannot be sitting and then his or her judgment being written by the clerks. And then you cannot even verify. You cannot even prove your ruling. The content of your ruling. You cannot prove it. The local court chairman may have ruled in one way, and then the clerk will document it in another way. And above all, decisions of local court chairman are subject to appeal. It can be appealed against. So in the event of appeal, how will you defend yourself when you don't even know what the clerk has written? Of course, for fines, the nominee gave some explanations and some of his intentions to address those fine provisions. Every local court chairman are now on their own. They fine exorbitantly, and sometimes they even hang heads with the local authorities. It's based on the instructions of the local authority that the chairman will follow. And if those instructions are born out of malice, are born out of bad faith, then justice will not be delivered. I know there's a supervisor, a national supervisor of the local courts, seated right in Freetown. In my opinion, that office, holder of that office, except if he has got the national matters to address. Otherwise, that office should not be seated in Freetown. That office should be seated in the provinces, except if that individual has all the national duties to perform, which requires that individual to stay in Freetown. Otherwise, that person has no business staying in Freetown, because you cannot interface with the local courts here. The local courts are in the provinces, majority of them. So you need to take note of that. The local court system is nothing to write home about. Nothing, absolutely. My proposed Chief Justice, you have been, if you are approved, you are about to inherit a new baby, a new baby of this parliament. And that baby is the new Criminal Procedure Act, 2024. For that act to be enacted, I must inform this House that the entire Leone justice system and all beneficiaries of the justice system of that act, we need to congratulate our former Chief Justice, Honorable Justice Barmak. Honorable Justice Barmak has been the brainchild behind the enactment of this law, the Criminal Procedure Act. As I always tell you, I served as chairman of the Legislative Committee for 3 years and deputy for 2 years. During that my time as chairman of the Legislative Committee, I received 5 versions of the Criminal Procedure Bill. 5. None of them were enacted. By the time we enact, an official of the court will come, say, oh, yeah, sorry, whether from the DPP or from the Chief Justice's office or from the Attorney General's office, please, we are sorry, we want to amend this thing, we want to add this thing, just wait a while. We continue to wait. But Justice Barmak never gave up. He insisted. He was resolved. And today he has a legacy, which no one can take from him. He is the singular brainchild. Kudos to you, sir. The content of this new criminal procedure is very good for the justice system of this country. In fact, for me, you know, at the end of my second term, I felt unfulfilled because I never intended to come back. So I went away from Parliament unfulfilled because by the time I ended my second term, the PI system, the virus, cancerous PI system, was still part of our laws. I call it cancer, but it's incurable. It's incurable. But by divine providence, I came back to Parliament as a third-term MP, and I'm one of the MPs who can celebrate today that in our new Criminal Procedure Act, the PI system is nothing now, nothing, no threat to the justice system, no threat, absolutely. It has a limited time, very limited. It must be concluded within that limitation. It's a must, because it's a procedure. You have to follow the procedure. It's a must. Room for exemption, very limited. People must comply. Who is to use that? The PI system, bye-bye. You are gone. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the general perception of the judiciary, this is my candid opinion as a Sierra Leonean, it's my candid opinion, that how I wish that the judiciary will be non-political. How I wish. And I'm thinking of that because I believe very soon, pretty soon, the constitutional amendments, the various amendments in our constitution will be before this House, which includes how the judiciary functions, manner of appointment, tenure of office, and all these things. I'm thinking of one way to include in our constitution during the review process to ensure that whether we like it or not, the judiciary will be non-political. As it is now, it is being dictated by the Constitution. It's being dictated by the Constitution. And it's human. As humans, it's difficult, very difficult, to make it non-political as it is right now. In the first place, the appointment of the Chief Justice is done by the political head. It's done by the political head. And if it pleases me as a political head, to appoint you as Chief Justice, and there is room, even though it's difficult, it's rigorous, but there is room for your removal. What do you expect? What will be the nature of your loyalty? You have to be loyal. Whether you agree or disagree, you have to be loyal. It's very pathetic. And in practice, I'm saying this now, in practice, what I have seen Chief Justice coming in, going out, even before end of their term, repeatedly. Chief Justice have been asked to leave office even before the end of their term. To me, that is not correct. It's not correct. As far as I'm concerned, all accountability bodies, like the judiciary, for instance, judiciary, of which, once you are appointed, you are supposed to be non-political. I hope you get this very well. Accountability bodies, whose heads, after appointment, you are supposed to be non-political. As far as I'm concerned, there should be no room whatsoever for their removal. Whatsoever. Yes. Because once you create room, no matter how you make it rigorous, it can be abused. It can be misused. It can be abused. As long as there is room, no matter how rigorous, it can be surmounted. As far as I'm concerned, it should be zero. My only exception is for political appointees who remain to be political after appointment. If you are a political appointee, you remain political even after your approval by Parliament. Fair enough. You can be hired and fired. But as long as you are expected to be non-political after approval, there should be no room. Otherwise, it will be abused. Government in, government out, it will be abused. And that is affecting the efficiency. It's affecting the efficiency now of the judiciary. Very much. And most times, I have been on both sides. I've been over there. I'm now here. So I have a balanced experience. That's what I'm saying now. When it is on your side, you think it's the best. But when it is against you, you will know what I'm saying. And no coalition is permanent. Take note of that. No coalition is permanent. Mr. Speaker, honorable members. The new CPA. My only reservation is our jury system that has gone. The jury system is gone. The Honorable Justice Komba Kamanda, upon your approval, you will be inheriting a system totally devoid of jury system. You need to think about that as to how you will manage it. But if I have my way, it will come back. If I have my way, and Parliament can do it. at the most appropriate time, some of us will be moving to ensure we have our judicial system back as part of our laws. Otherwise, when it is against you, you will know what I'm saying. Take note of that. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, without much ado, I believe, of course, he's qualified. He's qualified. And he will listen to our advice that it is now your responsibility to change and improve on public perception of the judicial system in this country. It's now your responsibility. This is your time. This is your time to change public perception and improve it. How will you leave it? By the time you leave, somebody was there before you, and somebody will come after you. For your accountability to this nation and to your creator is that bracket. The bracket, the time during which you were in charge. What have you done? Ask yourself that question on a daily basis. Anything you are about to do, is it pleasing to my maker? Is it pleasing to my conscience? Is it pleasing to public perception? I have no doubt in you. I know if you so wish, you can. If you so wish. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, for the rest, I believe the President, His Excellency, cannot do a mistake. His nominees now is that his decision to nominate these people before us is based on his own confidence. His own confidence. He has reposed on these individuals to deliver on his agenda in ruling into government. And we have interviewed them. During that time, we would have questioned their eligibility, if there was any. But as far as I know, I have no question for their eligibility. So on that note, I believe they are qualified, and we need to allow them to take up their various responsibilities to deliver on their mandate. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Gival, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, before I start my debate, I always say Honorable Daniel Nkrumah is a fine gentleman, a fine Sierra Leonean. I would just like to correct a few things that he said during his debate. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, it is true that he has said, successive Chief Justice successive appointees in the office of the Chief Justice have been removed. I want him to know that when His Excellency Ernest Nkrumah was in office 2 days after his approval, 2 days after he took oath of office, he removed Dr. Adena Thomas as Chief Justice of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Just 2 days after he took oath of office, Adena Thomas was removed as Chief Justice of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I must say His Excellency,
Hold on, yes, honorable.
The honorable member has referenced me, and I believe I have the right to respond. In his opening statement, he said he so wished to correct me on what I said. But I believe that all those listening to us now, what he has just said is further support of my presentation I made. That based on our legal system, Chief Justice successively have been removed before the end of their term. That has been my problem. And he's just that one of the examples. That's what I said. That's one of the examples. And I felt bad because it's wrong. It's wrong, it's not correct.
Yes, I'm just supporting that it's indeed wrong. It's indeed wrong. I'm supporting that it's indeed wrong. Particularly to remove a Chief Justice from office 2 days after you take oath of office is indeed wrong. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I'm given just 5 minutes. I will just concentrate on the debate on the nominee, the Chief Justice, the designate, Chief Justice designate of the Judiciary. Justice Komba Kamanda, I crossed paths with while I was in university, and shortly after he was called to the bar, himself and I occupied a very small office. Then it was not Brewer & Co. Then it was an individual practice under the name Anthony Brewer. Came to do pupillage as I was also doing pupillage under DB Queen. He's a man of strong character. He's a very strong character. As a magistrate, he has served Sierra Leone and has given back to this country. He has served successive governments. He served as magistrate under the APC government and he gave back to this country. I remember those days when the streets of Freetown were really dangerous to be after 6 o'clock, particularly central Freetown. Then the Minister of Internal Affairs was Paulo Conte. Those are the days when people who were arrested for pickpocketing or stabbing people in central Freetown were more like thinking they were demigods. Justice Komba Kamanda presided over several of those cases, and through him, central Freetown became a very peaceful place. Today, I am not here to praise him. I'm here to admonish the judiciary. I take a look at you, and I see some very senior members of the judiciary are conspicuously absent. Conspicuously absent. One person that I always prayed for to be Chief Justice was Justice Brown Mark. When he was made Chief Justice, I said, God, acting Chief Justice, I said, God, thank you. Because he wanted to be, he had the experience, and God chose him and gave him the nomenclature before he finally bowed out of the building. And when he came, he made several good reforms, extremely good reforms. And I'm happy as he is stepping out, the young man, Justice Komba Kamanda, is coming in. I want to beseech you to guide him using your wealth of experience as a legal practitioner of over 30 or 40 years standing, as a bencher of over 15 or 20 years standing. I want you to guide him and ensure that the family, the judicial family, is together. We want the judicial family to be together. One appeals court judge that I will not mention told me that there are certain positions are only given by God. Those positions are given before it is crowned on planet Earth. Today, God has chosen Justice Komba Kamanda. He will succeed if all of you rally around him and make the judiciary great. And indeed, the judiciary will be great again. And with your wealth of experience, with the way every judicial member respects you, I have no doubt that you will be able to do that sacred duty, and that all of them will be calling upon you for your wealth of experience. That Justice Komba Kamanda himself will always knock at your door when he faces difficulties in the judiciary. For difficulties he shall face, just like Justice Edward did face. Being the Chief Justice of the Republic of Sierra Leone is not an easy job. It's indeed a very difficult job. Even being a magistrate, when the magistrate presides over a case and that two lawyers appear on, one lawyer will go and say something inimical to his integrity. I have seen it, let alone a high court judge, an appeal court judge, a supreme court judge, or a chief justice. the entire nation will say A or will say B. But like I said, Justice Komba Kamanda is a very strong character. A very strong character. He has presided over difficult cases, has been asked to preside over cases. We are very senior Sierra Leoneans. We are asked to appear before him, and he delivered justice without fear or favor. And to the House, I want us to respect, and the public, I want us to respect the judiciary, the judges, the magistrates. These people are doing very difficult job, jobs that some of us could not have taken. When I was called to the bar some 21 years ago, I was also given the opportunity to be a magistrate. If I had been, maybe I would have been on the High Court or Appeals Court or on the Supreme Court bench. But I choose to follow the briefs, the ones that will bring $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 to my pocket. Some of them choose to be on the bench. In those days, they used to pay them less than 1 million euros. They decided to go to the bench. So when they are there, it behoves us to respect them. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I will ask that when you are approved, and I'm sure, inshallah, you're going to be approved. When you are approved, you please.
Honorable, give her 1 more minute.
Yes, you please work in tandem with the legislature, the executive, to ensure that the welfare of your colleague judges is improved. I sometimes look at some judges driving their own vehicles. Sometimes when their vehicles broke down, they will have to write letters just so that they are helped, so that they maintain their vehicles. I am sure you yourself, you've been there, you've served as magistrate in the provinces, and you've served as judge in the city. And I'm sure with your experience, you'll be able to help in their welfare. I also want, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, just 1 minute, that you embark on reforms. You embark on reforms, especially reforms of rules and procedure. I want you to look at the Supreme Court rules of 1982. I also entreat you to look at the Court of Appeals rules of 1985. We have the Rules of Courts Committee. I want you to actually reconstitute or make the Rules of Courts Committee very active. So some of these rules that are taking 10, 15, 20 years are being reformed so that they meet the trend of events today. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I have no doubt in my mind that Justice Komba Kamanda, with the support of all the Supreme Court judges, the Appeals Court judges, the magistrates and High Court judges, will deliver and will succeed. For I know for sure, like my colleague said on the other hand, he is one person that has never veered into national politics. That is why I always say that President Julius Maada Bio will go down, and let me just finish this thread, Mr. Speaker. I crave your indulgence that President Julius Maada Bio will go down into record as one of the best presidents. Justice Komba Kamanda, I never veered into politics. No one can say he's APC, SFPP, PNDC, NGC.
Thank you.
On that note, I want to say thank you and wish you well.
Thank you very much. Yes, leader of government, leader of the opposition. I'll be grateful if you make that snap. We have a very long day today.
Leader.
Yes, sir.
Leader.
Honorable.
Yeah. No, before that, please, leader, let me use this opportunity as a Francis.
I have not given you permission.
Speaker,
please,
sir. Just one more to as a St. Francis, as a Franciscan to provide.
Please sit down, please. Please sit down, please. Let's proceed.
Yes, sir. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I know we are behind schedule. I would have loved to have had the voice of Honorable Peter Yamba, but I know time is against us because he has expressed sentiment on the appointment of his brother from the north, and he wanted to shower praises on him. But because of time, I will do it for him. Yes, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I don't intend to hold the mic for long because we have so many things on our plate today. To the Chief Justice, when he was debating, I had the Deputy Leader
of Government Business 1, saying that there have been challenges in the judiciary. One thing I like about him is that there are times when he debates like a Sierra Leonean. And these are similar concerns we also share. You have a moral obligation as the Chief Justice. You have to ensure that justice is dispensed regardless of political orientation, regardless of tribe, regardless of region. You see, being a judge is the only role you can play that is equivalent to the function of God. God judges us for whatsoever we do on earth. So you are representing God on planet Earth. That is why when you are dispensing justice, you should ensure that you do it without fear and without favor. We don't want to see a judiciary in which a political party will be scared to go to court. We want to see a judiciary that everybody will be proud of. And like I say, to every appointment, there is a...
Please. Thank you. Mr. Speaker, it's 12. I therefore move that SO5 to be suspended for the business of the House to continue.
Any seconder?
I so second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Proceed.
So, Justice Komba Kamanda, you have this Achillean task. The public should repose confidence on the judiciary. Also, when he was debating, the deputy leader of Government Business 1 showered accolades on Abu, saying that he's a strong man. He's a strong man. Say he's a tough man. And Abu is waving, very proud of the accolades. All I want to say, Abu, you were once suspended while serving as a city minister. Ensure you do everything correct for you not to be suspended again. You can't be proud of somebody who has been suspended. This is what they do to deceive people. So do everything within the limits of your power to ensure that you do everything correctly. When the new resident minister was introduced, regardless of the fact that MPs on this side know very well that he is SLPP, regardless of the fact that MPs on this side know very well that he is not APC, they clapped for him. They clapped for him. Many others have come here, they are SLPP. We have clapped for them, we have congratulated them because they behave like Sierra Leoneans.
Opposition leader.
No, by the way, Abu is my man. He's my man. He's my man. I wish you well in your new appointment. I wish you well. But unfortunately, the chairman Public Transport Authority, unfortunately, the buses are operated by the private sector. So you have to begin to find kekes I'm just kidding. Yeah, without wasting time, because we have a long day today, I want to wish all the appointees, the former Chief Justice, Desmond Babatunde Edwards, that is going to Dublin. I want to wish you all well. May God direct you. May God make you serve this country very well. May God make sure that Sierra Leoneans benefit from your services. So without much ado, Mr. Speaker, and because of time constraint, I want to ask us on this side to unhesitatingly and expeditiously pass these appointees.
Thank you very much, Leader of the Opposition. Leader of Government Business.
Thank you very much, colleagues, for expressing such a wonderful sentiment. For the nominees, that tells you that we have done a very good job at the committee level. And the Leader of the Opposition has expressed his willingness for us to speedily approve these nominees. I'm fully aware of the time, and also you don't keep the president waiting to perform state functions for specific nominees. And I believe the people of Kono, the deputy leader to Namina, your Kono, sisters and brothers, we are happy today to have one of your kind. Man who has been in the judiciary for a very long time since he left college. And he knows why he operates within the judiciary. I wish you well. I know we don't need to talk about challenges anymore. We said it all, that you need to take care of those who are retired. By age, they are retired, or by performance, they are still worthy of giving you their assistance. They are the substantive predecessor, now going as an ambassador to Ireland, Dublin, said it all in the interview, that I'm always ready to give a helping hand if it is called upon. Also, the acting is outgoing. Of course, retired, but see what he has done at the judiciary. He has done so well. That tells you that you have to make room for those who are retired. Retired by age or by performance, you still need them. So the reforms, you need to look at the reforms. It's just a matter of appointing you as a judge, the Chief Justice. But you have seniors, you have those who refer to your seniors, embrace them, work together with them, look at the conditions of service, even those who are retired, so you can leave a hallmark on the judiciary. The rest of the nominees, I wish you all the best. That I wish you follow what the spirit of leadership is giving you. You have a very good resume. You have read it well. We understood all what you have done for this nation. Continue to strive, continue to rise, continue to do the best you can for this country. All of you. I think I'm satisfied. So the committee yesterday and today, we've proved that we have done the best we can to look at your profile and assess you for the service and the position that you are going to attain. And if approved, I know you are going to perform. I know you are going to perform. More than half of the members, the nominees, Mr. Speaker, it's not the first time coming to Parliament. They have been with us for our real professionals. So I thank you very much for your service given to this nation. We know what is operating right across what we are doing as a nation. So let us support them any way we can in doing our oversight functions. We just don't go after them or give their advices where necessary. Mr. Speaker, thank you for accommodating us. Colleagues, all thank you very much for the support given to all of us. Thank you. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the fifth report reflects the unanimous view of the committee. I therefore move that the fifth report of the second session of the Committee on Appointment and Public Service be adopted by the House. Thank you.
Honorable members, Let me at this stage recognize the presence of certain eminent personalities that we have here this morning. Beginning with the Honorable Mr. Justice N.C. Bramak, the Justice of the Supreme Court of Sierra Leone, and the Acting Chief Justice that is now going to be replaced by the Chief Justice if approved. Mr. Justice Alusain Sise is Justice of the Supreme Court of Sierra Leone. Justice Fatmata Bintu Aladi, she is the Justice of the Court of Appeal. Justice Abdurrahman Mansare, he is the Justice of the High Court of Sierra Leone. Justice Suleiman Ba, he is the Justice of the Court of Appeal. Justice Abdullah Bangura is the Justice of the Supreme Court of Sierra Leone. Justice Jamesina King, she is the Justice of the Court of Appeal. Justice Ivan Sise is the Justice of the Court of Appeal. Justice Momoja Stevens is the Justice of the Court of Appeal. Justice A.K. Musa, the Justice of the High Court of Sierra Leone. Justice Banks Kamara is the Justice of the High Court of Sierra Leone. Justice Tonia Badet, she is the Justice of the Court of Appeal. Justice A.T. Gandas, she is the Justice of the High Court of Sierra Leone. Justice Manuela Harding, she is the Justice of the High Court of Sierra Leone. Justice S.O.T. Tilo, the Justice of the High Court of Sierra Leone. Justice Abubakar Sharif is the Justice of the High Court of Sierra Leone. Justice Simeon Aliu, the Justice of the High Court of Sierra Leone. Justice Michael Mami, the Justice of the Court of Appeal. Justice Cosmo Tina Jarrett, she is the Justice of the High Court of Sierra Leone. Mr. Usman I. Kano is the DPP, the Director of Public Prosecutions. Dr. Bangura is the Director of the Sierra Leone Law School. Well, Justice Miata Samba is here today again. She is the Justice of the Supreme Court of Sierra Leone. And of course, Justice of the International Criminal Court. You are all heartily welcome to the House of Parliament. Do we have any other justices around? Justice Adrian Fisher. You are welcome. You are welcome. I also recognize the presence of Bishop Akintayo Samjoli. You are welcome. And all the paramount chiefs and other dignitaries present here, you are all heartily welcome. This is the people's house, your house. You are welcome. Honorable members, the questions. That the fifth report of the second session of the sixth Parliament of the Committee on Appointments and the Public Service be adopted by the House and that the recommendations contained therein be approved. All those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Congratulations.
Motion of the Committee on Appointments and the Public Service has been approved.
Can we proceed? Relax. Can we proceed?
Government motion 2. Government motion 2. Honorable Matthew Sanyuma, Leader of Government Business.
Honorable members, please occupy your seats. Honorable members, please occupy your seats. Sergeant Atam, you should be seated here and not there. You should be seated here by the mace. And I wanted to inform you again that we have only one sergeant Atam. Because these days I see different people bringing the speaker in. We have only one sergeant Atam. We will encourage your deputy, but no other person apart from your deputy. Your deputy. Because the other day somebody else took the mace and came in announcing Mr. Speaker. That was wrong. We have only one sergeant Atam in any parliament. But for purposes of convenience, we will tolerate your deputy. Please. And you should be seated there. By the mace.
Thank you, sir.
By the authority of parliament.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Government Motion 2. Honorable Matthew Sanyuma, Leader of Government Business.
Honorable members, Sergeant Atam, can you go around to call all members of parliament to be here? And I stand down this matter for 10 minutes for very obvious reasons.